One of the scariest and the surest things in life is change, right? We say that change is the only constant. Yet, why do we not have more support, tools, wisdom to be shared about how to navigate change? How to navigate that point in between the known, the old, and the new. No matter how much we can visualize and focus on and plan the new reality that we would like to be living, there is that gap in between the old, the current, the status quo, and the new that we're envisioning that needs to be covered in order to make that transition, to make that leap into the new. And the problem is that gap is the unknown. It's the void. It's the space in between. It's freaking empty. It's when we have to let loose, let go of the old, and be in the nothingness. And that is scary as fuck. It's the scariest thing that one can possibly imagine. It's literally the birth. It's, you're going from this known, cushy, soft, cozy environment into something new. And many times what happens for people is that we get to a place that we just feel that we can't be living on like this anymore. Something is really, really off, and our body starts signaling this. We might feel real heaviness. There might be some illness that we encounter. There might be feelings of depression. Our body starts giving us signals. And I think that as a society, we've done a really freaking poor job at navigating this stage, because what typically happens is that we go and medicate, we go and pathologize, we go and say, hey, something's wrong with you, just take this pill, it's going to make you function again. And what usually happens is that we just end up going back to the same old way of living and doing and thinking, rather than exploring, what is this feeling? What is this message? What is this trying to tell me? And it's really preventing us from having beautiful experiences. It's preventing us from living to our fullest potential and living life on our own terms. We're basically just plugging back into the old system that is benefiting from us being part of the system. So you guys, I am currently in the in-between. My face is puffy. I've been crying for days. It's releasing. This is the way it's going. My mom passed last year, as many of you know, and tomorrow is actually her death anniversary. And as it's approaching, I'm feeling the intensity all over my body, and with that, I'm also feeling that the big change is upon me, and I am navigating my way out of Bali, which is what's been home for the last 6 years, like my home. I have no other home, because I don't have really a family foundation in my home country. This is where I've lived, and I don't know where else to go in terms of, like what would feel like a grounding kind of place for me. And so what I've chosen to do is to follow my intuition and follow my dream and go to Hawaii. I've been feeling the call to go there. I feel that something in me is going to activate when I go there. I don't have expectations. I don't think it's going to change my life. And if it does, yay! I think everything changes your life every day if you are open to it. But it feels like a really big step for me, because every single person I talk to is telling me how expensive it is there. I know no one there, literally 0 people. I feel drawn to go to these 2 islands just for the sheer ability and potential to be in the nature. And so I'm just gonna follow my heart and see if I can make that transition and be in deep reverence and integrity with the fact that change is the only constant. And I want to have experiences in life. I don't want to keep reliving the same life over and over. Even if you think that, like, oh, she lives in this beautiful place, she's having this lifestyle and stuff like that. It's not that that's not enough for me. It's just, same as you, at some point I have this feeling that this is complete for me as an experience. And this is really funny, because I'm actually in Ubud. Like, look at this beautiful place. This is insane. It's so soothing, so beautiful, so good for my soul. I've been living in Uluwatu, which is the south side of the island, and that place has transformed. Oh my gosh, like it's over. But you know, maybe it's interesting for some because we all go through different phases and we all need different things at different times in our lives. But I felt like leaving that place, and the only thing I knew was that I wanted to come to Ubud. That felt like the next kind of natural step. So I did that, and I've been here for a week, and I'm like, okay, thank you. Ubud is such a portal. It always gives you what you need, not what you want, not what you expect. And anyone who's been to Bali knows this. This is why we love you, Bali. Yeah, it's just the most amazing place. And so after a week of being here, I got the clarity that I need to go to Hawaii, and I'm gonna make that leap in the next couple of weeks. You guys, stay tuned. I am literally doing this human experiment of making leaps on all sorts of levels, you know, and sharing it with the world, because I believe that there isn't enough of this just raw, candid sharing of what it's like to navigate life. Like, we love to show ourselves when we're already there. We love to share when we already figure things out, when we already have the trophy. But the sharing from the process, to me, is so precious, and it feels really powerful. I always really appreciate it when other people are, you know, sharing from this place of I am in between, and I am also whole, and I am perfect. I don't have it figured out, and I also feel at peace. And yeah, that feels really encouraging for me. So I just want to say, if you guys are navigating transition, change, or if you're just having that feeling of not enjoying your life anymore, even though maybe out there it looks perfect, don't be afraid and go and explore that. It's so important to honor yourself. Don't numb that out. Don't go and go back to the old, the same, the comfort, because you deserve to live fully. You deserve to explore. You deserve to reach for that new thing, even if it's just a small thing, even if it's just a one hobby that you want to take on. But it's so important to honor this for your soul. This past week I had a amazing, just all the sessions I had. I only had sessions with men this past week, and all of them were going into the heart. I wasn't directing it there. I was just kind of, you know, holding the structure, and all the sessions were massive epiphanies for these men who are used to operating from their minds, and suddenly they're dropped into their hearts and found their truth. And I think that's really big. I think that's beautiful. I think something is changing out there. And so may this video be just another addition to all the permissions and encouragements that you have heard and seen about claiming your own power, which really just comes down to listening to yourself, honoring your truth. Love you guys. Stay tuned to this experiment. I'm like laughing through the tears, literally. I've been waking up with tears every morning. And that's okay.